What's up, guys? Welcome back to Life with Franco. As always, hope you're feeling good, smelling good, and you're excited for today's video. So today, I want to let you know that in the upcoming month or two, I'm going to be releasing a standalone review for each of these 8 Parfums de Marly fragrances. I'm going to be diving really deep into detail as to what is the vibe that I'm getting from each of these. Would I recommend them to you? Are they even right for you? And are they worth the price in 2024? So definitely be on the lookout for that. Now today I want to do more of an introductory video as to do I think about the house of Parfums de Marly as a whole now that I own all 8 of these. Again, what is the vibe that I get out of PDM? Would I recommend them to you? Are they right for you? And are they worth the price in 2024, right? Now, just to give you context, I want to let you know as to how I came across PDM, what led me to blind buy all 8 of these, and so on and so on, all right? And so basically what happened is that 7 years ago, back in 2017, I had a buddy back in the day who he was really deep into fragrances, massive frag head. The guy had like a $6,000 fragrance collection. And so both him and I were the type of guys that were all about the ladies. Young bachelor type guys who were not looking to settle down anytime soon. And so for us, we just wear fragrances to attract the ladies. And he was the one that really told me about niche. Like at the time, I had no idea that niche was even a thing. I thought that all the fragrances you see at your local Macy's, your local Dillard's, that's basically all there is to fragrances. And so he was the one that really told me about niche, that if you want to wear the highest quality, sexiest fragrances, Franco, you need to get into niche. And he told me about PDM. He told me the different ones, which ones he would recommend. And so I ended up sampling 5 fragrances at the time, that being Pegasus, Leighton Exclusive, and Herod, as well as Creed Aventus and Amouage Jubilation 25. Now, Pegasus, I completely forgot about the DNA, so clearly I didn't care for it. Leighton Exclusive, to me at the time, it just came across as like a bunch of notes just crammed into this 5 milliliter decant. So it just came across as kind of stuffy. I didn't really like it, which is funny because now Leighton Exclusive is actually my favorite of all of APDMs here. And then Herod was, at the time, it was like a masterpiece for me. It was exactly what I wanted in a fragrance. It was seductive, mass appealing, masculine, and high quality. And so that was basically what I associated to PDM. Again, seductive, mass appealing, masculine, and high quality. And I told myself, I'm gonna own as many PDMs as I can one day, but of course they're very expensive. And so 2 months ago, Jomo Shop did a sale. And so naturally I just jumped on the opportunity and I blind bought all 8 of these. And so just to let you know what fragrances are in my collection, my PDM collection. So from left to right, we have Leighton Exclusive, Pegasus Exclusive, Carlisle, Herod, Sedley, Hobdon, and then Haultain. I do not own Wajon, I do not own Altair, Perseus, Percival, Acaster, Nixon, anything like that. This is just, I'm basing my opinion off of PDM based on these 8 scents, okay? Now, now that I own all 8 of these, what I can safely say is that the whole seductive, mass appealing, masculine, high quality scents, that holds true to all 8 of these except for Haultain over here. Haultain, to me, a lot of people say it's a sexy scent. I do not get the whole sexy vibe out of it. To me, it comes across more like a guy who is a family man, who has his kids, who has his wife, which is totally cool. But I would not say it is like a sexy scent. It's just, yeah, it wasn't. But nevertheless, I still really like it. It is masculine, it is fresh, it is green, it's a cool scent. But nevertheless, all 8 of these are very on the sexy side. I would say that. And so, is it right for you? If here's what I would say. If you are between the ages of 25 to 45, and you are this bachelor guy, you're not looking to settle down anytime soon. You just love meeting all the different ladies that there are out there, and so you want to wear some sexy fragrances for date night, fragrances that not the typical guy is going to be wearing, and you want to wear the highest quality, sexiest fragrances that you can get, while at the same time being safe to where most women would enjoy them. Most women would find them to be very sexy and at the same time very memorable for the fact that they are different. Then I would actually say that Parfums de Marly would be perfect for you. Now, if you are a guy who is looking to be as unique as possible, you know, a hardcore frag head, maybe you have 100 fragrances in your collection, then chances are you're probably not even watching this video because I'm just a small channel here on YouTube. But for anybody who's looking to be super, super, super unique, super niched out, then I would not say that PDM would be the right fit. They are unique in the sense that most guys are wearing designer fragrances, so I feel very unique wearing these, but a hardcore frag head may not, so just keep that in mind, okay? Now, as far as some guys they like to wear more work appropriate type of scents, so I would not say that PDM is right for that. I will, however, say that Haltane and then Pegasus Exclusive, these are more CEO boss type of scents. Haltane is just straight up. I would say this one you could wear for work. Pegasus Exclusive is you could wear it at work, but I would say it does still lean more on the sexy side of things. So just keep that in mind. So knowing that, you can decide whether or not it's right for you. So I love these scents very much. Now, what is something that I dislike about PDM? Um, Basically, this is that if you've been consuming fragrance content for years now, um, you would know that the most popular reviews on YouTube are the ones that have been out for years. So the ones that's been out for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or even older. And so what I want to say is that in those older reviews is that a lot of the reviewers would say that Carlisle lasts 12 hours, Pegasus Exclusive 12 hours, Leighton Exclusive 12 hours. What has been my case is that 5 out of the 8 of these, they only last 8 hours on my skin. They do not last 12 hours. And my guess is that they have gone through a reformulation, in case you don't know. And so maybe for that reason, they don't last as long. I am well aware that these are brand new bottles, so maybe they just need time to macerate. I don't know. Hopefully with time they will last longer. In case you don't know what maceration is, basically is when the more you use a fragrance, the more empty the bottle's gonna become, and then that becomes oxygen. And the oxygen just helps to activate the notes more. Basically kind of like wine where it gets better over time. So maybe just with time they're gonna last longer, but for now it's just 8 hours. Now, sadly, being a fresh and clean scent, I get 5 hours out of it, which is totally cool. Herod was a huge disappointment for me because that's the one that I was most looking forward to get, and to be honest, it only lasts like between 5, if I'm lucky, 6 hours. And then after the 2 hours, it kind of just starts to fall apart. It's no longer that beautiful, gorgeous scent that it was in the opening. Nevertheless, I still like the scent profile to Herod. I love it very much. Now, Haltane was a surprise to me because that one, I get a noticeable 18 hours out of Haltane. It does go on as a skin scent for up to 24 hours. At that point, I had to take a shower. It was just time for me to take a shower. But to be honest, it probably could go 25, 26, 27 hours. But I just found it to be kind of ridiculous for it to last that long. So I just took a shower. But yeah. Now the question is, do we really need a fragrance to last more than 8 hours? No. If you are using this for a date night, then a date's gonna last you 2 hours. If she comes back to your place, you still have 6 hours more of fragrance left. And so 8 hours is plain enough for what you need. But when you are paying that hefty price tag, and these older reviewers, they said that you get 12 hours out of it, then at that point it does come a little of a disappointment, but I'm still satisfied with the 8 hours. It's cool. I have just something to keep in mind. Now, something else that I want to say is that when I got all 8 of these, it was only 4 that were love at first sniff, that being Leighton Exclusive, Herod, and Sedley. Okay, those were the ones that were very easy on the nose, very easy to transition from designer into niche. Now, the ones that were difficult for me were Carlisle, Pegasus Exclusive, Haltane, and Hobdon. Those were much more challenging on the nose. I did not like them at first, to be honest. Of those, it was Carlisle for me that was the most disappointing because that's the one that most people hype up. For a lot of people, it's their #1 PDM. And I did not understand it at all. I was like, the fuck is this? Like, this is not sexy. I didn't understand the personality of it. I didn't understand what direction I was trying to go into. It was very rough and abrasive, especially in the opening. Like, I just did not like it. But I say, I already got the bottle. Let me just continue wearing it. And yes, after 3 or 4 wearings, I ended up liking all of them. So I can say that out of all 8 of these, I do like them all. Again, I am not talking about Wajon or Altair in this video, just these 8. I can say that all 8 of these are very attractive, very sexy, very alluring, very safe for transitioning from designer into niche. Okay, and so I say this because if you are going to sample, or if you are going to blind buy, then it's possible you may not like it at first, but just give it time. Be patient with it, continue testing it, and my guess is that between 3 and 5 wearings, you will end up liking all 8 of these. So just do know that. Now, for those of you who are transitioning, you're new to PDM, which ones would I recommend? I would recommend Leighton, Carlisle, and Sedley to be the ones that you go into. Why Layton? Because Layton to me is just the perfect date night masterpiece. The hype behind Layton is very, very real. To me, it is a perfect scent. I give it a 9.7 out of 10. It is perfect for date night. At the same time, you can wear it for spring. You can wear it for summer nights. I would not recommend it for summer day, but you can wear it for summer nights. You can wear it for fall. You can wear it for winter. It can basically do any season, any reason. It's going to be perfect. But it is more of a good guy, romantic, affectionate, loving type of scent. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you are looking for more of a bad boy, dangerous fragrance, then that's where I would go for Carlisle. It is more rugged, rough, masculine, dark, very sexy type of scent. Very luxurious, and so for that, I would recommend Carlisle. And Scent to me is just the sexiest spring summer scent that I have ever smelled. I own quite a few blue fragrances. These Sedley trashes all the blue, fresh and clean scents that I own, as well as I do not own White Elixir, but I do know that right now that one's very popular. And so if you do have money for White Elixir, I would say hold on, continue saving your money so that you can get Sedley. It's much sexier. It's like 100 times sexier than White Elixir. Completely trashes White Elixir, and of course it comes in a 4.2 ounce as opposed to the 2 ounce from White Elixir. So I would recommend those three for starting out. Now, in case you're wondering what are my favorite, again, keep in mind I wear fragrances for the sole purpose of attracting the ladies. So here's how I would put it as far as my favorite from most seductive to least is at first I have Layton Exclusive, and then I have Layton at second place. Third place I have Carlisle. Fourth place I have Sedley. Fifth place I have Hobdon. Sixth place is Pegasus Exclusive. Seventh place is Herod. Again, I was very disappointed. If we're talking about pure scent profile, then Herod would either be in first place or second place because it is very, very gorgeous, very seductive, very just a perfect scent. But it is weak, and I feel like I need to spray it 10 times just to compensate. It doesn't really last long, and so I was disappointed. But nevertheless, the scent profile to Herod is very gorgeous, but I still have to knock it down into seventh place. Not that it is bad, but just these other PDMs are much better in my opinion. And then we have Haultain in eighth. I am 29 years old. Haultain to me smells more like a guy who's 35 or older. So it's not that Haultain is bad, it's just that it doesn't match my personality. But I do think that if you are 35 years old, and if you are a guy who has settled down, you have your wife, you have your kids, then I do think the Haultain is going to be a much better fit for you. It would probably rank a lot higher. But just for me, Haultain is not going to be one of those fragrances that I'm going to be reaching out for as much as I would with these other ones, okay? So that's my list. Now, I did say that I would recommend Layton, Carlisle, and Sedley to start off with. So why does Layton Exclusive in first place? The reason is because I like Layton Exclusive, but it does have this strong animalistic note, which is civet. Some people say that it smells pissy. I do not get that at all. To me, it just smells very like erotic, just dark, like BDSM, just rough, like alpha male. It's like a Christian Grey type of scent, very much the 50 Shades of Grey. I really like Layton Exclusive, but I can't promise that you will like Layton Exclusive. But I do think that Layton, Carlisle, and Sedley, those are going to be the ones that most guys would enjoy. So I'll just say that. Now, other fun facts that I would like to throw in here is that when it comes to the caps, if you've seen enough PDM reviews, and a lot of people are constantly talking about how heavy the caps are, in my opinion, I think that a lot of people over-exaggerate the weight of the cap. People say that if you throw it at somebody that you can knock them out or kill them. I would not say they're that heavy. What I do think is that they are heavy enough to break, let's say, somebody's window. So if you want to break your neighbor's window, or you could break somebody's car windshield, I do think they're heavy enough for that. But they're not to the point to where you can knock somebody out. No, like, and obviously, like, don't do any of that. Like, I just don't do that. But I would say they are heavier than the other caps. Like all of these fragrances I have behind me, these are definitely much heavier. But it's not like you have to go to the gym to lift the, like, so you can one day lift the cap. It's not, they're not that heavy. So just don't know that. I was disappointed because like that was one of the things I was looking forward to once I got the fragrances in, but they weren't that heavy. Now, something else I want to say is that when it comes to these two exclusives, Layton Exclusive and Pegasus Exclusive, is I want to say that they have redesigned the layout of the text. And so back in the day, how they had it was left and right, meaning Layton on the left and then Exclusive on the right, or Pegasus on the left and then Pegasus or Exclusive on the right. How they're doing it now is the layout is top and bottom, so where it's Layton on top, Exclusive on the bottom, Pegasus on top, exclusive on the bottom. And so I say this because I actually ended up getting one of each. So Lane Exclusive was top and bottom, where Pegasus Exclusive was left and right. And so what happened is that when I got the Lane Exclusive bottle, I thought that it was a fake. This was the first time me ordering from Joma's shop, so I was like, did I get a fake, right? So I went to the PDM website and I confirmed that they did in fact redesign these. So from 2024 moving forward, the layout of the text when it comes to the exclusive is that it's going to be top and bottom. So if you do order from a third party or maybe from somebody from the internet, do know that from here moving forward, the text is going to be top and bottom. Do not think that you got yourself a fake bottle. It's not like that at all. How I got this Pegasus exclusive bottle, I don't know. We're still in the transition phase. Maybe I just got one of the last original bottles. But yeah, just do know that. All right, don't be afraid. That's just a new design, right? So super long video, I know, but when we are spending hundreds of dollars, I want to be as detailed and as descriptive as possible, just so that you know what you're getting yourself into. The last thing I would want is for you to spend all your hard-earned money and to be disappointed by what you get. So for those of you looking for a classy, elegant, work-appropriate scents, I would not say the PDM is for you, but if you are a young bachelor looking to attract the ladies, for house parties, for dates, maybe even clubbing, then I would say the PDM is good for that. So yeah, but as always, I appreciate your time. I understand that you're a very busy man. There's a lot of things that you can be doing, a lot of reviews you can be watching on YouTube, so I really appreciate that you dedicate your time to me. And so I'm always going to be doing my best to give you the best, most descriptive reviews for you. To make so that you can become well informed, right? So like I said, I am going to be releasing a standalone review for each of these, so definitely be on the lookout for that, as well as I'm going to be changing up the setup in the background, so I'm very much excited for that. Definitely be on the lookout for that in my next video. So with that being said, have yourself an amazing day. Thank you very much for watching. You take care and all the best to you. Deuces.